Hey, everybody. Let's talk about spending the holidays alone. Alone for the holidays. I thought we would do things a little different this time. And I just talked to you because I too am spending the holidays alone. But I tell you, I don't feel alone. Um, I found that I have enough things to do that I don't have really time to feel alone. As a matter of fact, I find that it's not enough time in the day for me to cover all the things that I would like to do in a day. And that could be just me, but I do believe that if you sit around and think about what you don't have, you get more of it. For instance, if you sit around and think, oh, here come the holidays, nobody gonna come see me, and you let yourself get all depressed because nobody call, nobody cares, you know. Um, I think you get more of that and more amplified because I believe that you're telling the universe that that's what you want, and the universe reacts to the energy you put out. It doesn't rationalize and say, well, I know she didn't mean that. I know that's not what you want. No, whatever you put out is what you get back. So you always want to think about the things that you desire in your life. And if you desire to have a happy holiday, every holiday be a happy holiday. And it has nothing to do with whether you are by yourself or with a lot of people. You just want to have a happy holiday. Put it out there in the universe, and you may be surprised what comes your way next holiday. I tell you, raising four kids, I remember preparing for a lot of holiday meals, and it that is a very big chore for a woman. And of course, the men enjoy it, because they have their favorites that they're looking forward to. And many of those favorites can be family traditions. And today, I thought about Thanksgivings when my parents were still alive, and especially when my grandmother was still alive, and the specialties that we look forward to every Thanksgiving. And during those days, of course, we were eating everything, and so was I, and including pork and all of that because I was raised in the South. And I remember every Thanksgiving we would have chitlins would be on the table. And the other thing is my grandmother made this oyster dressing. Now, this, all right, people. If you know what oyster dressing is, you gotta let me know in the comments that you've tasted this. And the way she made it, it was the crackers, the oysters, and then more crackers, oysters, and it was layered. And then with chunks of butter in there. Then she would pour milk over the whole thing and bake it, and it would rise up like a souffle with this oyster. And it was so tasty that I look forward every holiday, and of course, I don't even like it now, but during those days that I loved it. And when the holidays come around, you do, especially if you spend them alone, you'll find yourself sitting and remembering the good times you had over the holidays. But this is the downfall. Many of you dread the holidays coming because you dread spending it by yourself. I never look at it like I'm by myself or alone. I look at it like, all right, it's a day to do something new, to do something, to discover something new, to enjoy something new. I always look on the positive, and I never look at it in a negative way. And I know that when people are pessimist, that they tend to look at the negative side of things before they can even see the brightness in things where I go the opposite. So maybe that's a brain, left brain issue. And those of you who know that science can let us know in the comments about that. Now, my day started getting up early. I usually, and my getting up time varies. Sometimes I'm up before the sun rises and my day starts. This morning, it seemed like I slept in because I'm usually way up by 7, and that's when I got up this morning. So after that, I went and took my daily walk because I try to walk every day, and that's out and around. I have this little route around my neighborhood, and then I'll do that and come back, and it takes me about 30 to 45 minutes, so I get some steps in. Then I came back and decided that I would prepare myself a little meal, since it is a holiday. So I decided, because I'm eating on the plan. And those of you who don't know, I started off with the name being the 4-tier sugar diet. I'm going to change that name to the Vitality Plan. And the Vitality Plan is going to be in a way that it's going to be a plan that you can actually live on. So it'll be all explained, and that'll be coming in the new year. So you can look for that. Now, because of, the plan that I'm on, and on maintenance, if you look at the tier plan, that's where I would go into. I decided to prepare an eggplant parmesan. So that's what I had, and it was so delicious. I was so happy about that. And for my dessert and maybe a snack later, because at night, right before you go to bed, I like a little sweet something. So I baked a sweet potato dish with pineapple, and then I did have the nerve to put some marshmallows on top. So I was very happy with that, and then I positioned myself in front of the TV and watched a movie, and it was very engaging. And I like the kind of movies that are psychological thrillers. I don't like movies that are silly, are too easy to figure out, or too hard. Well, I don't care how hard it is to figure out, because it gets my mind moving trying to solve the puzzle. But I don't like blood and guts and that kind of thing. But I did find the type of movie that I was happy with today. And all in all, I've had a wonderful day. And the day is winding down now, and I don't feel slighted at all that I didn't have a house full of guests. And believe me, I've been there. I've been there where, you have a lot of people over for the big holiday party and all, and you have a good time, hopefully. And, I've had gatherings sometimes when the party didn't end up so well. Somebody says something, and now there's a big brawl and all that. And you just take it all in like it's entertainment, but it's negative energy. When you look at it, you really don't want to be around that sort of thing. But yeah, I've been there. But all in all, having your family around for the holidays uh, is a blessing. It really is. It's a blessing. And I know many of us, we may be estranged from our siblings. I know I am from a couple of them. One still comes around. But, they grow up, they have their own minds. What are you going to do? But for you, you keep loving yourself. You'll be so full of love that you have so many things that make you happy, that make you feel loved. You see, you don't need the attention or validation from anybody else. As a matter of fact, I can get so busy doing what I do and making myself happy doing it, that if somebody else comes around, they are an annoyance, a hindrance. And I can't wait for them to hurry up and tell me whatever it is that they want. and go away so I can get back to what makes me happy. You see, because my focus is not on other people, it's on me. And that's where your focus should be. Loving yourself and only doing things that make you happy. So don't look at the holidays like it's a terrible thing. It's a good thing. Enjoy it, even if you never leave your home. Enjoy your home. Love your home. Be happy that you have a home. Be happy for the things that you have. You see, all of that is part of it. And when you live a life like that, the universe gives you more to be happy about, more to love. And that's where you want to be. I appreciate all of you. I hope that I've said something that can make any of you feel better if you were feeling any kind of way because nobody came to call you or visit you for the holiday. You don't need anybody else. Love yourself. I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for supporting this channel. I wish you all the very best and happiness, and I really hope to see you next time.